Hey guys, it's about 3 o'clock-ish on Saturday, and we're starting our journey, leaving from home to head to Franklin County Speedway and for the COVID Clash. We're just going as race fans, just going to go and enjoy and document the experience. We hope that you enjoyed this video. Special thanks to our partners at North Carolina 811 Dig and the Performance Center Racing Warehouse for supporting and sponsoring the Half Price Concessions podcast. My name is Tyler Williams, and I'm glad that you're riding along with me. We're going to definitely need these because it's a bright, sunshining day. We're going to make a couple stops in town. We got to get some cash because Franklin County pays out in cash. They only take cash, so we got to get some cash to get us in and some concessions and maybe make a food stop before we go. So we're going to go ahead and get on the road. Let's get it. Alright, we have made our last turn according to the GPS. We are on I don't know if we're on Speedway Lane or Callaway Lane. I think we're on Callaway Lane, and our next turn will be on Speedway Lane. So, we are almost there. And you can tell because the speed limit drops to 25. We're just about there, kids. Thinking I'd see where an American flag is. Yep, we have made it. Heading on up the drive. I forgot just how bumpy this road can be. It's been a while since I've been here. Hop in line here. We're gonna get paid. Alright. You need it. Hey, you need it from anybody. Alright. I'll see you. I'll be walking around. Alright, we got our stuff here. There's Langley Austin. Hey, Langley Austin. We're going to drive up here and find a parking spot. See, we're not going to park over here next to the tower. I usually sit on the front stretch of this place, but I want to try sitting somewhere else. So we're going to run up here and find something else. Let's see if we can get over here and turn one. This is Gore.
Attention in the pit area. Late model drivers, this is your first call, 20-minute warning. First call in 20 minutes. We will begin practice, first round practice for late model drivers. Please start using your preparation to get ready for your first round of practice.
Alright, so camera's all funny. So we got a cold pass. Says this is an outside pit pass, does not include access to the infield or outside pit parking. It's only for essential members of a race held on June 13th, 2020. So we can't go into pits, which is kind of, that's what I was going for anyway. Then we also got a little warning sheet here. Just says some basic things. If you've been exposed to coronavirus, have any symptoms, need you to stay home. We're following that rule. Self-monitor and take your temperature before coming to the event. We did that too. Soap and water is available at the restrooms for hand washing. So if we ever got to go to the bathroom, we make sure to stay clean. Recommend you wash your hands as often as you can. Do not congregate. We're going to follow that rule, 6 foot distance. Use common sense. We're going to try to do that. Face masks are recommended but not required. It's a judgment-free zone. We're going to try to stay 6 feet away as much as possible. So, why am I looking cross-eyed? Well, we got our truck parked. We got our lawn chair and cooler that's trying to fall off the shoulder. We're going to walk on in here. I'm trying to figure out where to sit. This is a pretty good spot to sit. I think I'm gonna go over this way. Let's see. I don't know. Is this the view I want? Gosh, I don't know. Hard to tell because I'm gonna miss him right here, but I'm gonna see him coming out of the corner. You know what? I think this is where I'm gonna set up. I'm gonna set up right here. Just get a little bit of an idea just how cool this daggone place is. So here's the track. I'm set up. I got my setup right there. My little lawn chair, my lunch box full of 2 sodas, and just the bowl, man. It is a cool setup. We'll actually go down here and we got a little bit of time. They're not practicing yet, so we can't stand at the fence while the car's on the track. I'll just take a look down in here, just get an idea of what is going on. This booger is high banked and she is fast. We did an episode on the Half Price Concessions podcast with Kenny Lang where he was telling a lot of stories and stuff about this place. So I encourage you to check that episode out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, TuneIn, all that good stuff. Let's see some of the cars.
Go. I want to come down there.
See, they got the car spaced out, all that good stuff.
I want to come down there.
And then you got the tower here at Franklin County. Is log cabin special. You can't beat that.
Minutes to practice for late model stock. 10 minutes to practice late models.
Kind of just get an idea.
Followed by the other divisions practicing. Quick reminder, second round practice will be for qualified.
One thing a good race fan should remember is sunscreen. It is really, really sunny out here, which is good. Sunny beats rainy, but a smart race fan would have brought sunscreen. So I brought none. So I got a feeling when we do a wrap-up video at the end of the night, my face is going to be pretty darn red. But I tell you what, it is gorgeous weather out here. There's a pretty fair amount of cars in the infield that we've seen, and just glad to be here watching a race, man. It's just fun to sit here. You can hear the cars. Practice is about to begin here in a little bit, and you can tell who the fellow diehards are. If you get here before practice starts and not in the pits just to get your seat in the stands, that's when you know you're a diehard, and you see fellow diehards and you just know. So practice is about to get started here in a little bit. One thing to you guys, that I saw. Now I'm sitting over in turn 1. You look up just over the hill. I'm gonna zoom in as much as my camera will allow. That's the trailer just above turn 2. That thing is decked out in American flags like crazy. I can't even count how many flags are on that thing. I wish I could zoom in more, but that's the most old iPhone will allow. And of course, there's the hot fries concession stand. And that building, actually, I remember I worked a couple races here with Kenny Lang and Left Turn Promotions. I think we actually were using that building as a VIP suite. I'm not sure how Langley's using it for this event, but it's definitely a good spot for it. You're right there off the back stretch and right near the fans. You're near a concession stand. So just something, one of those cool little nuances here at Franklin County Speedway. But I tell you what, you can't beat this view. I mean, look at the view just above the track. You got the mountains in the background. You got the trees that provide some shade over in turns, more turn 3. As the sun goes down, it'll get a little bit more toward turn 4. And just how unique and how cool this place is. It's definitely worth the price of admission. I just want to make note of something. At the time, it is 5:50. Racing starts at 7. The road to get into place, whether to get into pits or the grandstands, has been packed the whole darn time. There are haulers still coming in. There's one. See, Franklin County, you can't just come straight in. If you have a hauler, you have to actually make a lap around the track and come back in on the low side where it's a little flat. So, I mean, there are still haulers coming in, and practice has only got maybe another 20 minutes or so. So that's a real good sight for the promoters and stuff. Glad to see a lot of people coming out, paying admission to get in, and still having race cars come in. That really helps a lot, as well as practice is still going on. And you got to check a look at this. We've got a daggum, what looks like an old retired truck from like the NASCAR Craftsman truck, Gander Outdoors, Camping World, whatever sponsor. There is an old one here, and it's racing. Like, he's actually out there with, there's some other cars out there. He's the only truck. But I mean, talk about unique, man. Looks like an old Ray Black Jr. truck or something. Old number 07. But yeah. You never know what you'll see at Franklin County Speedway. journey is complete. It's time to go back home. Well, we're actually back home already. Thanks to our partners at North Carolina 811 Dig and Performance Center Racing Warehouse for supporting the Half Price Concessions podcast. You can catch our podcast episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, on YouTube, or on www.anchor.fm/HPC podcast. Thank you for listening. Support local racing. My name is Tyler Williams. So long.